What is the fastest way to elevate consciousness? And how do I awaken or continue my awakening? These questions come up often. This video describes 14 different areas that contribute to our elevation of consciousness, awakening, and continued awakening. Each area is considered just as valuable as another, and the answers may surprise you. Changing consciousness is a lifelong process and not a one-time event. It is ongoing. There are no real first steps because all the steps are on the same value plane that shifts us into more thoughtfulness, compassion, forgiveness, heightened awareness, and accelerated consciousness with awakening and continuing our awakening. It may be disappointing to learn there is work to be done, but the work is worthy because each person is worthy and your time is well spent. Remember, each topic is not more important than the other. I'm Dr. Susan Sophia James, a doctor of behavioral health and integrative medicine and an advanced intuitive and mystic. An area to attend to is healing past traumas. Otherwise, these control you and can demise spiritual advancement. I've known extraordinarily gifted people with amazing abilities who did not heal their trauma, which resulted in rifts in their energy system, skewing of their understanding, and eventual loss of their abilities, resulting in delusion. The areas of pain that we hold in us, in our body, mind, emotions, and spirit, create our pain body. The pain body connects to whatever it is that caused the pain, and we hold that pain in patterns of behavior. This energy binds the person. Healing trauma also involves developing compassion and forgiveness of ourselves and others. This is a lifelong endeavor as we go through our lives. Eventually, we learn we are players in each other's worlds, and when we learn the most from every experience, we grow and grow. This is our chance and our choice to learn or to stay stuck. This is not to be confused with not having boundaries. Watching our thoughts and letting go of negativity is extremely important. This is easily said and often harder to do. Negative thoughts are like harmful programs that keep finding a resonant place to play. Again, listening to specific music and sound patterns can aid the person in relieving these negative thoughts, as well as being vigilant and replacing the thoughts. Giving the negative voice an assignment to help another part of your awareness, like noticing synchronicities, is often useful. But also know substances allows space for thoughts that are negative, and not staying grounded or getting enough sleep also open that space. So negativity includes gossip, criticism of self and others, as well as self-righteousness, which is very pervasive in our culture, and erosive thoughts, undermining others, and negatively discussing other people. Release of substances allows us to hold a positive space, and often substances spike out depletion and cause imbalances. These imbalances over time create more significant issues. Getting good sleep and enough sleep is very important for our physical, mental, emotional interface and being able to process higher levels of information and energy. There's no gain from missing sleep. Our bodies restore and heal during sleep on an emotional and physical level, which is even different than the dream state. Notice your nighttime dreams. Western culture has mostly taught us nighttime dreams are meaningless. However, your dreams are an abundant resource for understanding ourselves and also gaining many insights into consciousness and awareness. As a tool for accessing other states of consciousness, nighttime dreams often offer many opportunities to heighten our awareness and insight development and understanding of levels of consciousness and how to navigate these dimensions. The first step is the intention to record your dreams and see how many you can write down every morning. Find a spiritual teacher that will help you rub off the blind areas that prevent you from moving forward. Everyone has them. Americans in particular are serious individuals and have a hard time relinquishing and even understanding other than their own independence. But apprenticeship and internship are very much a part of growth and occur from relationships where someone has traversed the path before you. It doesn't mean by finding a spiritual teacher you give up your way of life, your family, your personhood, life direction, or decision-making abilities, and you don't have to have that spiritual teacher forever. As much as we need to have social connections and contribute and interact with others, we also need to have alone time and downtime for interconnection. And this is also time away from technology. Technology is a great tool, but we need time not to be with technology, because when we are away from technology, it heightens our awareness, consciousness, and awakening, and continues our awakening. Another key area that often is never addressed is listening to specific sound and musical patterns that elevate consciousness, clear negativity, aid in centering and interconnection, while accessing creativity, insight, and intuition, which accelerates consciousness, awakening, and continues awakening. Specific sound and musical patterns, simply by listening, aid our development. These specific sound and musical patterns are ancient in origin and are resurfacing at this time for these reasons. There are other videos in the Transformational Wisdom Institute YouTube channel that explain what kinds of sound and musical patterns to use, how to use the sound and musical patterns, and the effects of these sound and musical patterns on our body, mind, emotions, and spirit, and how they affect our heart rate, breath, and brain waves. And listening to specific sound and musical patterns reap the same benefits as meditation and more. Another area to attend to is paying it forward. Start with volunteering or helping others without expectation for reward. It is not a trade, this for that, with the idea if you donate or give your time, you get spiritual advancement. It is the act of giving or supporting others from the heart that changes the vibration of the person and connecting with other people or beings or the earth in this way. Read books and watch movies that inspire you. So listening and taking in inspiration. There's a list of books titled Suggested Books and a separate list of movies titled Suggested Movies at the free resources page at www.twi.education free resources. Going to sacred sites also can elevate consciousness, stimulate awakening, and continue awakening. These are well-known sites as well as little-known sites that are likely right in your own backyard. One thing about sacred sites, you can go to many sacred sites, but unless you attend to the other areas mentioned in this video, the sacred sites alone are not going to elevate your consciousness. Seek a life in balance by attending to healthy nutrition and letting go of junk food, fast food, sugar, and lots of carbs. Get into nature as often as you can. Exercise regularly in whatever way inspires you. And commit each day to being present and grounded as a confirmation and an affirmation of your willingness to be here on earth. When you practice the different areas in this video and make it a lifestyle, you develop and enhance your awareness. Viktor Frankl describes this: between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. All of the tools and are areas to accelerate and elevate consciousness, awaken, and continuing awakening, and enhance your potential, creativity, insight, intuition, and problem solving. Thanks for listening to Transformational Wisdom Institute with Susan Sophia James at www.twi.education.